Hello everyone, welcome to the Spurs News. Today we're going to talk about some of the gossips we have and the UEFA Nations League games for tomorrow. And we're only going to talk about the most important games, which are going to be 4 to 5, and the game predictions for them. Please stick around. This video will be short, quick. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to the channel. And let's get to it. Let's spur our way to glory. First off, the gossips that we have about the Spurs. Reguilón is fine according to Luis Enrique, and he supposedly would be playing today. Now, the other thing that we don't understand, why is he playing even though it's a little knock? We hope that he's fine, and for the sake of Spurs and for the sake of us maybe chasing the biggest glories in the season. Now, the other most important news is Darren Bent is saying that Rose should not be going or forced into a championship team because he didn't go to another, let's say, better team during the transfer window. What do you think about that? Should we mistreat Rose that much that we force him to a championship team? Let me know what you think. Something great by Mourinho. A lot of people may not expect that, especially how the media has portrayed him during his tenure at Real Madrid. Casillas and him had very, let's say, a bad relationship at that time, and Casillas himself admitted that when he was in bad position, or when he had a heart attack or had cancer, and had a surgery, Mourinho was the first person to call him, according to reports. Let me know, do you think Mourinho has a soft heart and he only treats players bad because of the way he wants them to react? The way he's treating Dele Alli right now, the way he treated Ndombele last season? Let me know what your takes are on Mourinho. Does he have a soft heart or not? Okay, Spartak Moscow interest in Serge Aurier is over. Now they've moved their interest to a Chelsea player, which is Moses. Moses is the one they're looking at now instead of Serge Aurier. Do you think that's good or bad? Okay, one player is regretting moving away from the Spurs. Can you guess who? I know a lot of you might be thinking, yeah, I know. Well, you're right, because it's Christian Eriksen. He's not doing good where he went right now, and he's not happy about it at all. Christian Eriksen has found it very hard to adapt under Antonio Conte and doesn't like the way they play in Italy, and he's not enjoying his best football, let's say. We're gonna suggest a few games for you to watch at the UEFA Nations Cup or qualifiers games tomorrow. Please know these are just our suggestions and these are the predictions for these games, and let us know what you think. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. you'll have the choice of watching two games. One is Ireland against Wales. The other game is Kazakhstan against Albania. We suggest you watch Ireland against Wales. This game will be a better game of football, we expect, and we think that Ireland would have the upper hand since Gareth Bale would not be playing for Wales, and let us know what you think. We think Ireland is going to win by 1-0. At 7 p.m. you'll have the luxury of choosing between three games. Croatia versus Sweden, Lithuania versus Belarus, England versus Belgium. No questions asked. The best game here is going to be England versus Belgium. Given the fact that both the English team and the Belgian team are spectacular. The best player in the English team, of course, is Harry Kane, in our opinion, of course, at the Spurs News. But other players such as Sterling, Eric Dyer, and many others are featuring for England, of course. Then for the Belgian team, namely Eden Hazard is the best player they have, and Courtois is also a special player they have. Unfortunately for England, I think Belgium is going to win this game just because they have a lot more talent across the board rather than in one particular position. If it was only the forwards playing against the forwards they have, of course, England would win. Harry Kane, we have to support you all the way. At that same time, we'll have a couple more games, apparently. A couple more games will be played at the same time. It's Estonia versus North Macedonia. Armenia versus Georgia. Bosnia versus the Netherlands versus Romania. Of course, another game that we want to highlight here is Bosnia's game. Bosnia will be ripped through against Netherlands. The Netherlands have a special team and they have a very good they're a footballing nation for years now. Bosnia shouldn't be underestimated, but they're nothing close to the Netherlands. We think at the Spurs News the Netherlands are going to beat them 3-1. For the Belgium game against England, it's going to be a 2-1. It's going to be a close game, but Belgium will take it. At the 9:45, there are two special games that are going to be played, which are France versus Portugal. France versus Portugal is going to be an amazing European game. I think, of course, no doubt, France is going to hammer them. And France could beat them by 3 or 4 goals, depending on who plays on for them. Portugal are a good team, but they're nothing close to France. France is an elite team, to be honest. And any player on that field can do something spectacular. And Ndombele, Pogba, and Mbappe, Hugo Lloris. I can't stop. Mendy, a lot of players. I can name the whole team. They're all great. The second game at that time, which is very special and very good to watch, is going to be Turkey versus Russia. This game is political and also very, very European, let's say, very competitive at the same level. They're both equally good, and they're both going to have very hard time competing. And it's going to be a more competitive game. We think this could go either way. All right, that's it. We don't want to bore you so much with us. It's short, quick video. Thank you for watching the Spurs News. Spurs News, tracking down every detail. Transfer news, every gossip, every finished move. Game predictions, and the like.